we will study about the definition of field. Okay, what is field? Capital F be a non-empty set and there are two binary operations. There are minimum two binary operations here, plus addition and multiplication then f plus dot is called field if it satisfies 11 axioms. Okay, in 11 axioms there are 5 addition axioms and 5 are multiplication axioms and one axiom is for distributivity. Okay, now let us study about the 5 addition axioms. Okay, first axiom is closure law for addition. What is closure law for addition? In this law, if for each a comma b element of f, then a plus b is also element of f. Okay, if for each a comma b element of f, okay, then this implies that a plus b, okay, this is the addition operation. If we operate between a and b, a plus b is also element of f. Okay, this is closure law for addition. Second is associative law for multiplication. Associative law for addition. And what is associative law for addition? For each a comma b comma c element of f, then a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. If we operate b plus c and then operate a from left hand side, and if we operate a plus b and we operate c from right hand side, then these both are equal. Okay, this is called associative law for addition if this left hand side part and right hand side part are equal. Third is additive identity. Okay, additive identity. Here additive identity is also called 0 and it is represented by simple 0. This is additive identity. For each a element of f, there exists 0 element of f such that a plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a. That means if we operate with any element of f with 0 from left hand side, if we operate 0 from right hand side and from left hand side, then in both the conditions we obtain the same element small a. Then this is additive identity 0. Here 0 is called additive identity. A plus 0 is equal to a is equal to 0 plus a. Okay, our fourth axiom is additive inverse. Okay, for each a belongs to f, there exists b element of f such that a plus b is equal to a plus b is equal to 0 is equal to b plus a. Okay, that means if we operate b from left hand side and from right hand side, from right hand side and from left hand side, in both cases we obtain the zero element. This is additive identity. We obtain additive identity. Then this law is called, then the element b, then here the element b is called additive inverse of a. B is called additive inverse of a. B is called additive inverse of a. Okay, and b can be represented by minus a. B is equal to minus a. And fifth axiom is commutativity. Commutativity for addition. Commutativity for addition. And what is commutative law? For each a comma b element of f, a plus b is equal to b plus a. Okay, if we operate both the elements, if we commute these two elements, a plus b is equal to b plus a. Okay, then if a plus b is equal to b plus a, then we can say that f satisfies commutative law for addition operation. Okay, these are the addition axioms. Okay, now we will study about multiplication axioms. Multiplication axioms. Multiplication axioms. Okay, so first is in multiplication axioms, first axiom is closure law for multiplication. Closure law for multiplication. Okay, and what is closure law for multiplication? For each a comma b element of f, then this implies that a dot b is also element of f. If a and b are the element of f, then a dot b is also element of f. This is the closure law for multiplication. Okay, and next associative law for multiplication. Associative law for multiplication. For each a comma b comma c element of f, then if a dot b dot c is equal to a dot b dot c. Okay, if we operate b and c, and we operate a from left hand side, and if first we operate a and b, and then we operate c from right hand side, then in both cases these are equal. Okay, so we can say that f satisfies associative law for multiplication. Third is multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. And what is multiplicative identity? Multiplicative identity is also called unity. Multiplicative identity, another name unity. Okay, and we represent it by simple one. Okay, for each a element of f, for each a element of f, one element of f such that a dot 1 is equal to a equal 1 dot a. We can say that f satisfies multiplicative. One is a multiplicative identity of f if we operate 1 from right hand side and from left hand side, then in both cases we obtain the same element small a, then we can say that 1 is the multiplicative identity. Okay, for f. Fourth axiom is multiplicative inverse, multiplicative inverse. Okay, for each A element of F, there exists B element of F such that A dot B is equal to 1 equal B dot A. That means if we operate B from right hand side with A or left hand side with A, then in both cases we obtain 1. Here 1 is the multiplicative identity or unity. If we obtain 1, then this B is called multiplicative inverse. B is called multiplicative inverse. And here B can be represented by A inverse or 1 upon A. In this equation, we observe that A dot B is equal to 1, then this implies that B is equal to 1 upon A. So A, here A not equal to 0. So in our condition, we have to write that A not equal to 0, 0 not equal to A element of F. If we want to find out the multiplicative inverse of A, then this element not equal to 0. That means additive identity does not have any multiplicative inverse, because additive identity is 0 and so additive identity is 0, so this does not have any multiplicative inverse, because there is no multiplicative inverse for 0 element. Okay, next is commutativity. Commutativity for multiplication. Commutativity for multiplication. For each A comma B belongs to F, okay, then A dot B is equal to B dot A. If we commute these elements, commute means if we change the order of these elements, then we obtain the same. A dot B is equal to B dot A. That means elements of F satisfies commutative law for multiplication. Okay, this is the commutativity for multiplication operation. So our last is distributivity. Okay, for each A comma B comma C element of F, A dot B plus C is equal to A dot B plus A dot C. Here dot operation is distributed over addition operation. Okay, dot operation is in left hand side, so we can say that this is the distributive operation for, this is the left distributive law. Okay, this is called left distributive law, because A dot B plus C is equal to A dot B plus A dot C. Okay, so what is the right distributive law? If we operate B plus C dot A, if we distribute this multiplication operation from right hand side, distribute multiplication operation over addition from right hand side, then we can say that this is right distributive law, and it can be written as A dot B plus C dot A is equal to B dot A plus C dot A. This is called right distributive law. Okay, so this is if F with these binary operation, with these two binary operations plus and dot satisfies these axioms, 5 axioms for addition, 5 axioms for multiplication, and 1 axiom for distributive law, left distributive law and right distributive law, then we can say that f plus dot. Okay, f plus dot is called field. F plus dot is called field. Okay, this is our definition of field.